So today we may or may not just completely ruin the BRZ. What is going on, guys? How is it going? Today we're going to be doing something to the BRZ, which I'm not going to lie, I have been trying to push back because I've genuinely been scared to do this. But pushing it back stops today. I'm just going to go ahead, go full send. We may or may not just destroy the BRZ today. I have no idea. You guys have no idea. Unless, of course, I do mess up and I put it on my Instagram story. But in order to see that, you guys have to follow my Instagram. So if you guys aren't already, go ahead and follow my Instagram. I'm just going to shut up and move the BRZ out of the garage just so we have some more space to work with in the garage. Oh, I'm so excited to do this. Today, bros, we are going to be installing a demon eye kit on the BRZ. Now, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but a few months ago, we went ahead and opened up the headlight and we completely blacked out the headlight housing. I got a ton of questions on Instagram asking me if I ever had problems with condensation in these headlights. And honestly, bros, these headlights have never had condensation in them. The headlights look great. They've held up great. They give the car a super aggressive look, in my opinion. To black out the headlight housings, we had to bake the headlights in the oven, open up the entire headlight assembly. And honestly, it was kind of scary. I've never done it before. Now, I don't want to say that it was hard because it really wasn't, but there is a lot of room for error. And that is the same exact thing with the Demon Eyes kit. It shouldn't be too hard, but there is a lot of room for error. But I'm still super excited to put this in today. Now I just want to give a huge thank you to Lightz for sending this out to me. They sent me out their Demon Eyes kit. If you guys want to check them out, I'll leave the link to their website down in the description. They also sent out a little power harness. I don't know if this comes with the Demon Eye kit or if this is an add-on, but I'm super excited to put this in today. Now keep in mind, I'm going into this not knowing how to do this at all, so if I can do it, you guys can most certainly do it. Now keep in mind that I've never done this before. The most I've ever done with my headlights is open up the headlight housings and spray paint them black. But if somehow I pull this off, these will make the BRZ just look killer. We've got two lit light stickers. We've got something that's kind of instructions. Here is the main Demon Eye thing, and I'm not gonna lie, just knowing that I have to wire this is, it's kind of scaring me already. Let's go ahead and put these on the side. Cool thing about this is a Bluetooth connector, and I can change the lights right from my phone. And who doesn't love changing lights of their car on their phone? And since this is super packaged, I'm guessing that these are the Demon Eyes themselves. Yep, you can see they're right there, two of them. I'm guessing that these are really, really fragile, so we're gonna try to take care of these. Once again, huge thank you to Lightz for sending this out. Like I said, they have a lot of products. It's definitely worth checking them out. I'm gonna try my best to walk you guys through every single step that I do to put the Demon Eyes in. I understand that it's something really nerve-wracking to do. Honestly, I'm scared shitless, but if I can figure it out, I'm happy to show you guys so you guys can do the same thing. There are a bunch of screws. Basically, every single screw is gonna come off. Any screw that I see is coming off right before we put it into the oven. Just got the headlight out of the oven. I put it in for about 220 degrees and left it in for about 10 minutes. I know it's not gonna be easy. It does take a lot of force to separate the glue because the glue is just so damn strong, but it should be a little bit easier for me because we've already opened this up before. But yeah, let's get cracking. Oh, I'm getting it open up. Okay, that smells nasty. Cool, so dope. What I do know is that you're supposed to mount the Demon Eye LED behind this because it kind of uses this to kind of project it out and all that good stuff. Damn, there it is. And there's my burnout mark. Throwback to when we did a burnout in my garage. If you guys didn't see the video, just watch it. But here's the Demon Eye without the bubble wrap around it, and it looks so delicate. There it is.
A few moments later.
Like I said, I've never done this before. This was the first time and I was kind of like learning everything. And I did a bunch of stuff. I'm just about to connect it for the first time to see if it's actually working. If it's actually working, then I'll show you guys exactly what I did. But yeah, moment of truth. I'm so scared. Ooh. Let's see if, okay. Oh! Oh, fuck, dude, I'm so excited. Let's go ahead, get all this disconnected, and I'll show you guys exactly what I did. We'll put this headlight back together, and oh, I'm so super. I'll show you guys the app and everything once I'm done, but oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so now I can finally explain how I mounted it. All right, so this was the demon eye. This is basically what changes the colors. Somehow you have to mount this behind this little lens thing, and you have to make sure it doesn't get in the way of the headlight. So you can basically see what I did here. Instead of drilling out 2 new holes, because if I did drill out these 2 new holes, it would just be 4 holes and they would be way too close to each other. I didn't want to take the chance of making a really big hole. And what I did is I took these 2 screws out and I put a washer on each end. Now the washers are holding this bracket in really, really tight. I shook it around, it's not going anywhere, and it's also kind of sitting down here. So this little bracket is going nowhere. I'm not scared about this moving. These washers are holding it in super tight. This isn't gonna go anywhere, and this is not in the way of the headlight at all. I have the wire running behind this wire, and it's running through the grommet here. I'm gonna figure out the whole wiring situation in a little bit. Right now I just had it there just so I can connect it, make sure everything's working, and it is. Well, I know a lot of people like to get new glue to put around the edges, but last time what I did is I didn't take any out. When I put new glue on, that's when I had fitment issues, so I'm just gonna reuse the old glue. I'm sure a lot of people have a problem with that. That's fine. If you have a problem with it, then by all means use extra glue, reseal it the best way you think you can reseal it. I'm gonna stick with my method and keep doing this. If you guys don't feel comfortable, definitely use some extra glue. Oh, that's hot. Oh! Ow! Ow, ow, ow. Ow, that's hot. Ow! So like the other side, we're gonna stick the demon eye right over here. So it's literally just gonna slide in like this, and you have to be really careful because this stuff's delicate. And see how it's right between the 2 screws? That's why we're gonna add some washers. It's like right between the 2 screws right there. We're gonna add washers in between both the screws just so this stays in really tight. I'm so nervous with this thing. All right, so I'm not tightening this in all the way. I'm barely putting this in. And then let's take this one out. I'm holding it kind of at an angle so the washers kind of just come down. I got it sitting, and now I'm just gonna squeeze it in with the washers. That's pretty solid. And bam, that's pretty much it. Can't see it there. We are gonna connect this to the car, make sure it's working real quick. If it's working, tuck the wire in through the grommet. Then we're gonna go ahead, put everything back on, reassemble the headlight, put the headlight back on the BRZ, get the BRZ all together. I'm so excited, it's gonna look fucking dope. So after what feels like forever, which in reality only took like a few hours, I'm finally done. The car is ready to go. So before I started this, I tried doing some research on how to put the demon eye kit on the BRZ/FRS, and unfortunately, I really couldn't find much. But don't worry, I got you guys. Once again, I just want to say huge thank you to Lightz for sending this out. And if you guys want anything off their website, you guys can use the discount code LIT10 for 10% off, including the demon eye kit. So I connected the power harness that they supplied directly to the battery, and I have it going across the engine bay, all tucked up nicely up there with zip ties, of course. I have the demon eye wire running across this right underneath, and you guys can see that it's all just zip tied, but I have the wires tucked to the side. All the wires are somewhere in the engine bay except for all the Bluetooth stuff. That's inside the cabin by the footwell. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it does seem complicated, but trust me, if I can do it, you guys can definitely do it. Just make sure you not only double, just triple check yourself, because like I said, it's not hard to do. There's just a lot of room for error. Now I'm really excited to show you guys what the demon eyes look like, but there's a lot of sunlight out right now. So I'm gonna wait a few hours, go out at night and show you guys the demon eyes just so you guys can see it a little bit better. I personally love it. I wanna know what you guys think, but I'll check in with you guys in a few hours.